pause for platforms. Today I'm going to go on a walk. I've tried to record in the car, but it's too warm, so I'm just constantly sweating and wiping my face. So I've decided to just abandon the recording in the car, but I will still record. I will go into the park and find a perfect spot where I can stop and record, because I have to continue with the series I'm on. So I will now walk to the park. I don't know how that will work out because it's a bit windy. This would have been a perfect spot for my recording. As you can see, I like this spot. I just like it. Alright guys, I'm now in the park and I think I found a perfect place for me to record, but I need to familiarize myself on where exactly I am, and if I need to run, if there's any reason I need to run, I need to know which way I am running to, and I have to stay where I can easily be seen by other people who are walking. I'm in the park and I have to remain safe in the park. So anyway, I seem to know where I am, and if I have to run, I think I know which direction I'm going to run to. Anyway, I am safe. Talk about the teachers. They can possibly make one feel unworthy as well. So on that, I would really want to say that as parents, we entrust our children in your care. When we entrust our children, we expect you to impact knowledge, to impact confidence in our children, but sometimes it doesn't happen that way. I've heard of people who have negative things they have to say in relation to what has been said to them by their teachers in schools, in Sunday school, and in the clubs where they go for training, whether it's gymnastics, it's football, it's this. So I've heard people talk about how they were treated badly by their teachers, how they were made to feel unworthy. A lot has been said, but I think it's high time we change our approach. I read an article a while ago of a man who was told by their teacher in school that they will not amount to anything. They will not become anything in life. He's now a grown-up man. By the time he wrote that letter, he was a grown-up man, but what he was told by his teacher when he was in primary school still hounded him, still had a negative impact on his life, because his teacher said that you will not amount to anything. And in writing that, he was trying to get that out of his system for him to be able to move forward. So honestly, you see that what I'm saying, that what we say to children, what teachers say to children, has a long-lasting effect on them. So honestly, as a teacher, you wouldn't want to be remembered in 20, 10, 30, 40 years time by an adult for the things that you said to them when they were 5 years old, that you not amount to anything. You know, when we are entrusting our children in your care, we want them to learn. We don't know at that stage what our children will turn out to be in life, but we are entrusting them in you as educators to educate them, to find out their gifting, because not all of them are gifted academically. Some are not gifted academically, but they have other areas as well that they are gifted, and it is important to nurture those areas, to really discover what each and every child is good at, and empower them in those areas, because not everyone will turn up to be a scientist, not everyone will be a teacher, not everyone will be a nurse. Some people will become sportsmen and sportswomen. Some people are good in working with their hands. So empower each child, find what the areas that they're good at, and empower them in those areas. Do not be criticizing children because they failed maths. If you think there is hope in maths, yes, encourage them, but do not criticize. Just encourage them to do more. Find the teaching method that works for the children. Do not say anything that is negative, because it takes a lot for us as parents to bring our children to you, to impact life, to impact education, and you're laying a foundation. So make sure that as a teacher you're laying a good foundation for those who are entrusted in your care. There's this scripture in the Bible, in the book of Proverbs, that says, train up a child in the way they should go, so that when they grow up they will not depart from it. I used to apply that verse on the parents only, but as I was thinking on the content of this video, I thought, okay, this verse is not only applicable to parents, it is also applicable to teachers. It says train up. Your responsibility as a teacher is to train a child. So which way do you want to train them? That's what you have to determine. Okay, how am I training these children? If you're training them harshly, they are going to grow up to be harsh adults as well. And if ever they become teachers, they will be abusive teachers. The way they see you teaching is what they're going to learn. So as you train up the children, make sure you are training them up in the good way. Do not impact the bad, the negative on the children, because what you're putting in the children now is what they will carry into the future with them. So let's help ourselves in those areas as teachers, as people who are entrusted with the lives of children, because you may think that, okay, they are just 5-year-olds, and those 5-year-olds will grow up to be adults in the future. And when they grow up, it is the memories of what you have put in them that will help them. It is either as a teacher you're making the children or you're breaking them. Let them remember you in their adults for the good that you have impacted in their lives. Jesus was a teacher, and as he was a teacher, there are some people who were saying, okay, let the children go away, they make noise, they this. But Jesus welcomed the children. He said, let the children come to me. He embraced them. He embraced them, he welcomed them, and he began to teach with the children around him. I'm not saying that go and embrace children, because in some places that can have negative effects on you. But there's a way that the children can feel welcome and can feel confident and comfortable in your care. They wake up looking forward to come to school because you're their teacher, and they don't have to wake up feeling their children will start school. They will be so eager, they will have the zeal to go to school. But they go to school the first week, second week, first month, or first year. Eventually they are no longer interested in school. It's not because they don't like school, it's because of how they've been received in school, the messages they're hearing from school or the teacher they have. And on that, I would want to encourage parents as well, that when you notice the changes in your child, do not just dismiss that it's not important, or to just say, okay, this child does not like school, is like his father, is like his grandfather, and all that, those kind of things. Sometimes it is important to find out, talk to the child and find out what is the real problem, why the child all of a sudden is no longer interested in school. A few years ago with my son, he was still in the lower classes. He came from school, he was telling me all about his teacher. Then anyway, I knew the teacher because she had taught my eldest daughter. She was not one of the easiest people to work with. I never had a problem with her anyway when she taught my child, but my son found her very difficult. So at the end, you'll be like, oh, going to school, it's like dreading going to school every morning. And it got to a point that he woke up one morning, it's like, oh, I had this dream. For it was a nightmare really that the teacher was giving out to him. So I realized that, okay, if I don't address this is going to get further. I'm going to end up with a kid who is not interested in school. So I went to school. I spoke to the teacher, and that was very good, because after that I didn't hear that, and he was back to himself, jolly, going to school and all that. And one of the things the kids do when they go to school is they play. So allow them to be kids, allow them to play. It's part of growing up as well, and it is in that play that you can actually discover their strengths and their weaknesses and help them from there. So as teachers, you have a really great responsibility in raising tomorrow's leaders. It is how you teach them, how you impact their lives that will make a difference in so many children's lives. So choose as a teacher how you would want to be remembered in 20 years time by the 5-year-olds you're teaching today. It is what you put into them now that they will remember in 20, 15, 30, 50 years to come. They will remember. There's sometimes that we think and remember some of the things that our teachers say to us. Some women were told that you have no brains, probably you're just beautiful, you're good for marriage, and that's what they've put in their heads to today. And it shouldn't be so. And you tell them you're good for marriage, then they get married and the husband tells them you're good for nothing. So it is something that you have considered. Every word that you say as a teacher has an impact, because children believe so much in what teachers say. With my kids, if you tell them or you try to teach them something that the teacher has taught them in a way, once you hear them say, my teacher said, as a parent, you just know that, okay, this battle, I just have to know that probably I will lose the battle, because they believe so much in what their teacher has said. So you have people who believe so much in you, so be careful what you say, and say the things that are believable, that children can actually build on. Do not say things that are destructive, that can make them feel unworthy. It is the foundation that you lay that every other person will build on. So that's all I have for today. I hope this was a successful recording. Because I was walking, I didn't have my notes. I think the points are all over the place, but I'm sure you